Hello friends and welcome to the channel. Today's episode is all about lawnmower maintenance.
Listen up, y'all, cause this is it. The beat that I'm banging is delicious.
A lawnmower is just like any other piece of machinery in that it requires some good old TLC to keep it running in tip-top shape. Failure to take care of this baby could cost you big money in terms of costly repairs, a total replacement, or even having to pay someone to do the job for you. I'm going to show you 4 basic lawnmower maintenance tasks that everyone who mows their own lawn should be doing. I believe you'll find they are simple enough that anyone can perform them with just a few basic tools. Now let's get started. Just like in a car, the air filter prevents dirt and other junk from entering the engine, which can lead to starting or running problems.
Which is not good!
You'll want to check out your owner's manual for the recommended maintenance schedule. Generally, it depends on how often you mow and how dusty the environment is. A general rule of thumb is to replace your air filter once every season.
The process could not be simpler. Locate the air filter housing and remove the cover. Now take out that despicable, disgusting, nasty air filter. Wipe off any excess dirt or debris that might be around the air filter housing. Take that beautiful, fresh, new air filter and pop it into place. Reattach the cover and you are done.
Next!
The spark plug is necessary to ignite fuel. When not working properly, you'll notice your engine begin to sputter and ultimately it just won't start. As with the air filter, a general rule of thumb is to replace the spark plug once per season to help ensure optimal performance. This task requires one special piece of equipment, which is a spark plug socket that can be picked up for around $5 or $6. A spark plug socket is attached to a traditional socket wrench and functions just like any other socket. Major difference is its length. As you can see, it is much longer than a standard socket to accommodate the size and shape of the spark plug. The first thing you'll want to do is remove the spark plug cap so you can access the spark plug. Just give it a little tug like that, and you'll be off to the races. Clean up the area with a clean cloth. Then take your spark plug socket to remove the spark plug. It might take a little force, but eventually you'll get it. And then remove the spark plug from the spark plug housing. Take that shiny new spark plug, put it in there, no more than finger tight. That should be good. Then you're going to take your spark plug socket again and turn it anywhere from a quarter to a half turn until you really can't go anymore. And then just put that cap right back on and voila, you're done.
Next!
Changing the engine oil in your lawnmower is essential to keep it running at its peak performance for years to come. Neglecting this crucial step will cause the engine to wear at an accelerated rate, ultimately leading to engine failure.
Which is not good!
Be sure to consult your owner's manual for the recommended maintenance schedule as well as the oil type. But the general consensus is you should change your oil once per season or every 50 hours of mow time, whichever comes first. Begin by removing the oil filler cap and dipstick. Place a container next to the mower and tilt it on its side to allow the oil to drain completely. I generally like to set the wheels on some sort of riser to provide some extra tilt, which is supposed to assist with the process, but you may want to do so at your own risk.
Piece of monkey!
Anywho, once you've gotten that taken care of, cleaned up any unnecessary spills, and the engine has been depleted of its sweet, sweet lifeblood, you'll want to tip it back upright and get ready to refill. The amount of oil you'll need will depend on the make and model of the mower you have. Be sure to refer to your owner's manual for the exact specifications.
Let things settle for a minute or two, and then measure the oil level to be sure you've got everything just right. And that looks pretty good to me. We'll call this one good.
Next.
The last step, and arguably the most challenging, is to sharpen your blade. A sharp blade produces a clean cut, which prevents damaged grass or disease. While it may sound intimidating, in most cases, it's something you should be able to do with a simple file, something you may already have lying around.
Before you begin, you'll first want to disconnect the spark plug cap to prevent any accidental starts. Place your mower on its side and locate the blades. You'll want a thick pair of leather work gloves for this step. Firmly grip the blades in your hand, and using your wrench, begin to slowly loosen the bolts holding the blades in place. And carefully remove the blades from the lawnmower. Be sure to secure the blade in a vise or clamp to prevent it from moving while you're working on it. Now take your file and place it on the blade at the same angle as the bevel. Begin to sharpen the blade by running the file along the cutting edge. Make sure you maintain a consistent angle and apply even pressure. Use long, smooth strokes, making sure to move the file in the same direction with each stroke. Repeat the process until the entire cutting edge is sharp. Before reattaching the blade, make sure it's balanced. This is done by hanging the blade from its center hole and checking that it remains level. If it's not balanced, you can remove material from the heavier side of the blade with a file until it is. Finally, reattach the blade to your lawnmower, making sure to tighten the bolts securely. I would highly recommend the use of a torque wrench for this last step. The owner's manual for my mower in particular said there is a risk of severe bodily injury or even death if you don't torque it to the right specifications. So for the love of God, do yourself a favor. Do not skip on this step.
And there you have it. Not too bad, right? I promise you, if you follow these steps at least once a season, you will guarantee years and years of life out of your lawnmower. Did I leave anything out? What other steps am I missing? What do you do in addition or differently to take care of your lawnmower? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Stop making excuses and get out there and cut the grass.
Thank you.